Welcome back to Epic Encounters, where we take deep dives into the gaming industry and dissect the latest developments, drama, and controversies. Alright, so buckle up because we have a lot to cover today. If you think you've seen the worst when it comes to bias in the gaming world, wait until you hear what's happening over at Nexus Mods. At this point, they're less of a modding website and more of an activist platform that seems to pick and choose what mods are allowed based on their own agenda. We've seen this before, but their recent actions show exactly where they stand, and it's not on the side of gamers looking for freedom in modding. But here's where it gets even worse. Enter Sweet Baby Inc., a company known for influencing game development and sneaking in their political agendas. And now, they've teamed up with Nexus Mods, leading to some questionable decisions, including the removal of a mod that doesn't fit their ideological preferences. It's clear that Sweet Baby is continuing to push their narrative in every space they enter, and Nexus Mods is following suit.
Ik ben opgenomen voor een goedaardig spel. Ik ben geopereerd en mijn humeurtjes geraakt.
We komen zo dadelijk bij jou terug. Valère, jij ging naar het ziekenhuis voor een eenvoudige behandeling. Ja, wat was dat precies? Excuseer.
Wel, ik heb dus enorm veel last van keelontsteking. En dat had blijkbaar te maken met mijn amandelen.
Met uw amandelen.
En mijn dokter heeft me dus aangeraden een operatie te laten gebeuren. En met dit als gevolg.
Valère was Marijke, jij had een normaal leven daarvoor en toen plots kom je uit narcose en dan merk je dat het leven niet meer hetzelfde zal zijn. Hoe reageer je daar dan op?
Ja, eerst met heel veel ongeloof.
Ongeloof is eigenlijk het juiste woord.
Excuseer.
Ongeloof is eigenlijk het juiste woord wat Marijke hier hanteert. En dat was bij mij dus ook mijn eerste gewaarwording. En ik dacht, dat kan niet. Dat
Excuseer, dames en heren.
Zeker dat telt, maar ook soms de lieve woordjes. Ja, ik vind dat dit echt niet kan, hè. Moeten we nog antwoorden of niet?
The censorship at Nexus Mods. Let's get to the heart of the issue. Recently, Nexus Mods banned a mod that changed the appearance of Angrboda in God of War Ragnarok. In Norse mythology, Angrboda is traditionally portrayed with lighter skin, but in the game, her appearance was altered to fit a more modern narrative by race-swapping her to be black.
Please disperse! Nothing to see here, please!
This creative liberty was something many fans didn't appreciate, so modders created an alternative to bring her appearance back to its mythological roots. And what happened? Nexus Mods removed the mod, labeling it offensive. Apparently, historical accuracy is now offensive. It's not hard to see what's really going on here. Anything that goes against their politically charged agenda is quickly taken down, with no room for discussion or debate. The bias is clear. And what makes it worse is that Nexus Mods still supports mods that race-swap white characters to black, like the Black Geralt mod in The Witcher 3. That mod is not only still available, but has racked up thousands of downloads without any issues. So, what's the difference? The answer is obvious. When it comes to race-swapping characters, there's a double standard at play. Sweet Baby Inc. and their influence. Let's not ignore the role Sweet Baby plays in all of this.
If you're a creative working in AAA, which I did for many, many years, put this stuff up to your higher-ups. And if they don't see the value in what you're asking for when you ask for consultants, when you ask for research, go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them with the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want.
Every time this company gets involved with a game or a platform, we see these kinds of ideological pushes, whether it's in Star Wars, God of War, or now the modding community, Sweet Baby Inc. consistently injects its political beliefs into these spaces. They may claim they're only offering guidance, but their influence is clear. God of War Ragnarok didn't perform as well on Steam as its predecessor, and while there are many factors at play, including PlayStation account linking and regional restrictions, it's undeniable that their push for certain themes and character changes turned some players off. People are tired of being force-fed political narratives in what should be a fun, immersive gaming experience, the double standard. The biggest problem here is the blatant inconsistency. Remember when Nexus Mods praised Insomniac Games for removing LGBTQ+ flags from Spider-Man to sell the game in Middle Eastern markets? That's right. They had no problem with Insomniac doing that because it helped them make more money.
Yes! Yes!
But when modders do the exact same thing, suddenly it's a problem. The rules change depending on what serves their interests at the moment, and that's exactly the issue. What about all the times we've seen mods that change white characters to black? Those mods remain untouched. Nexus Mods is perfectly fine with those kinds of changes. But the moment a black character is changed back to white, it's not allowed. It's ironic to see Nexus Mods push for inclusivity and diversity, but only when it fits their narrow definition of what those terms mean. In practice, they're more interested in controlling the narrative than actually fostering an inclusive space for all modders. Community backlash. Naturally, the gaming community isn't standing for it. The comments and reactions from users are pouring in, with people calling out Nexus Mods for what they see as bias. One comment summed it up perfectly. Why is it okay to race swap white characters to black, but it's offensive to do the opposite? And that's the question Nexus Mods has yet to answer. Another user pointed out that Nexus Mods has been selectively enforcing their policies for years, allowing some controversial mods while banning others, depending on whether they align with the site's values. And let's not forget the role that Sweet Baby Inc. plays in all of this. They always seem to be lurking in the background, shaping the way these platforms handle controversial topics. Sweet Baby Inc's growing influence. At this point, it's hard not to see a pattern. Sweet Baby gets involved in a project, and suddenly there's a push for inclusivity that overrides everything else. Whether it's game design, character creation, or in this case, modding, the result is always the same. They push their message, and anyone who disagrees or challenges it is silenced. This is why so many gamers are frustrated. It's not about diversity or representation. It's about control.
Control. Control.
It's about forcing a certain viewpoint onto everyone, regardless of whether they agree or not. And it's platforms like Nexus Mods that enable this kind of behavior by playing along and removing any content that doesn't fit the narrative. So, where does this leave us? Well, it's clear that Nexus Mods is no longer the modding haven it once was. It's become a platform where only certain voices are allowed, and where mods are approved or banned based on political preferences rather than merit or user demand. But here's the good news. Gamers are starting to fight back. We're seeing more and more people leave Nexus Mods behind and look for alternative platforms that actually prioritize freedom in modding. And as for Sweet Baby Inc., their influence might be growing for now, but gamers are waking up to their tactics. We see what's happening, and we're not going to sit quietly while our favorite games and communities are transformed into platforms for political messaging. In the end, this is just another chapter in the ongoing battle between gamers and the companies and platforms that claim to serve them. Nexus Mods and Sweet Baby Inc. can try to silence the dissenting voices all they want, but they can't control the growing frustration from the gaming community. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Have you ever used Nexus Mods? And if so, what do you think about their latest move? And what about Sweet Baby Inc.? Do you think their involvement in these projects is a coincidence, Or is there something more going on here? I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. We've got a lot more to talk about, and you won't want to miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching. This has been Epic Encounters, and I'll see you in the next one.
Zeker dat telt maar ook soms te lieve woordjes. Ja, ik vind dat dit echt niet kan hoor. Ik bedoel, maar nee, maar moeten we nu nog antwoorden of niet?